On the night of August 7th, 2023 in Spokane, Washington, an elderly man lay motionless in a parking lot, his skull battered, blood pooling beneath him. Minutes earlier, CCTV had captured the nightmare unfolding. 65-year-old Jamie Weathers being circled, taunted, and beaten by two teens. 18-year-old Quinton Tyndale swung a skateboard like a weapon. 19-year-old Justin Haylett joined in, teaching him a lesson. But once the door closed behind them, everything unraveled, and they turned on each other in seconds.
I looked back, just stomping on him. And I told him to stop. I literally told him to stop.
Quinton's confession didn't just reveal the violence, it uncovered something far worse. His effort to pull Justin, the one person he called family, into the line of fire.
I wasn't even the one that did the worst blows.
What were the worst blows?
He tried the door.
The brutality of the case was clear. What remained was for detectives to identify who, between the two, was responsible for the killing.
I was just trying to get him out of my way.
When officers rushed to the parking lot on East Mission Avenue, they found 65-year-old Jamie Weathers clinging to life. His injuries so severe that even seasoned responders froze for a moment. What they did not know then was that this was not the first time Jamie had been targeted that day. Earlier, he had already been robbed and harassed, an incident that left him disoriented, distressed, and struggling with his already fragile mental state. As detectives pulled surveillance footage, two figures emerged clearly as the attackers. Witnesses pointed police toward a nearby shelter, and by August 10th, both suspects were in custody. But as detectives began their interrogation, Jamie lay in a hospital bed, fighting for his life, and what they were about to uncover would change everything.
Hi there. Please grab one more chair. Your cue? Okay. Quinton's your name? I'm Detective Presto with the police department. You okay with everything here?
Yeah.
Okay. You got something to drink?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously, we're in the police station here, so this room is recorded with audio and video on that. Just make sure you're aware of that. There are some things that are going on I'd like to talk to you about. Because of the fact you're brought here in a police car, I'm required to read your rights to you. Just, part of policy and that. Can you tell me why you're here?
No, they said it was an assault, but I don't remember an assault.
Okay. Well, a lot of other people do, and it's all recorded on video as well. So, we've got a couple hurdles to overcome here. How can we help you remember? Because you seem like a pretty calm, reasonable person. And so it makes me think that something may have happened to change that. Did this happen for no reason at all?
No.
Okay.
If I ever did anything, it was obviously for a reason. I don't do things like that.
Yeah.
Like anything myself or my significant other.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't portray me as a person that would just do something for no reason. Can you tell me what the reason was?
This man was, he was at a bus stop close to the shelter, and there was there was an older female and a young female there in the same shelter as me, and they told me that he was doing that, and then I seen him in front of Jack's, and Justin was next to him, and
How do you know it was him?
because everybody told me it was him. The two young females who were there told me it was him. Justin told me it was him. And then,
Did Justin see him?
yeah,
You saw him?
he said he did.
You said he did. Okay. And the other two females pointed him out specifically, saying.
Specifically.
Okay.
And then I started talking to him, and he said he was going to stab my girl. And my girl was standing right next to me, and he lunged towards my girl. I hit him with my board as defense, and he dropped. And as soon as he dropped, he just got knocked out. He wasn't bleeding. There was nothing. He just dropped because he was already high. Like, you could tell he had just done something. He was high.
Okay.
And I started walking away, and I looked back, and somebody else was on him and hitting him, and I told him to stop, and I just kept walking towards the shelter, and I went back to the shelter.
What Quinton said was far from the truth. According to witness testimony, Jamie Weathers had been robbed by a group earlier that day, and some sources suggested he may have been mentally challenged. But Quinton's timeline didn't match Justin's version of events at all, and when detectives turned their attention to Justin, what he revealed would push this case into even darker territory.
With these rights in mind, do you want to answer my questions?
What question?
Well, just about what happened that night. The information that you know.
I need the information I know.
Okay. So you're willing to talk to me? You know this. Okay.
I just want to get out here because I don't like cops, I don't like detectives. I've had a bad history with them.
Okay, that's understandable. Well, what can you tell me?
Well, one of our friends came over to tell us that there was some guy off by the bus stop with his pants halfway down. I told my brother,
Who's this?
I don't know his name.
Who's the friend that told you this?
Devin.
Devin? Okay. What does Devin look like?
I do not give descriptions very well.
Okay. Okay. So Devin came up to you?
Yes.
So where were you at?
I was at Yaz.
Yep.
Yaz, the young adult youth shelter.
Okay.
I was showing there. Devin came up and told us what was going on. I gave my friends a heads up, and after that, I don't know what happened.
What do you mean you gave your friends a heads up?
I gave one of my closest friends a heads up on what was happening. I went inside to do my own thing, and he disappeared.
Okay. What friend is this?
I can't give a name.
What is that?
Classified.
Classified. Okay. Okay, then what happened?
I don't know. I went, charged my phone, charged my headphones that I have on right now, and I went to bed.
Okay. Okay. And why is the information classified?
Because that's for me to know.
It's for you to know.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what happened?
I don't know.
When detectives pressed him for the timeline, the teenager tried to bluff his way through, claiming the time was classified, as if he were an undercover agent instead of a kid who couldn't keep his own story straight. What he didn't know was that detectives already had the full picture. In the early hours of August 7, 2023, surveillance cameras had captured the first incident. An unidentified man struck 65-year-old Jamie Weathers, sending him crashing to the pavement. Miraculously, Jamie managed to stand and walk away. But detectives knew that wasn't the attack that put him on life support. That wasn't the moment that changed everything. And as they sat across from this nervous teenager, it became clear he wasn't just lying. He was hiding something much bigger, something darker.
You're aware that there's video up there, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that we reviewed that video?
I was showing it, yes.
Okay. Well, the problem is you can't be in two places at the same time, right?
I didn't have my shoes on at the time.
Didn't have your shoes on at the time? What does that mean?
I know you guys have evidence, and I know that there's video of it, and I didn't have my shoes on when I went to bed. Somebody could have put them on.
Somebody else put your shoes on?
Might have, I don't know.
The shoes you're wearing right now?
Yes.
Okay. The biggest problem is we've talked to several people already, and we've reviewed the video.
Okay.
And so we know what you're telling us isn't the truth.
I was chilling that, guys, like I told you. I'm telling you the truth.
I don't disbelieve you, because we have video of you inside there, and we have your name on a roster. That's not being disputed at all.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what your part in this whole thing is, but I think we're kind of making a bigger deal of this than what you think.
He was outside of the bus stop. What don't you understand about that?
What's the problem with that?
With his pants off,
Okay.
whacking him where people can see him.
Okay. Do you know where this bus stop was?
Yes, it's near the bank near Jack's.
Okay. Like right in front of the bank?
The bus stop next, he was
In the grass next to the bus stop?
and I know the house next to that bus stop has cameras. I have seen cameras all around the place.
Okay. And you saw him at the bus stop?
I didn't. The other Devin did.
Devin did. Okay. And Devin told you?
Yes.
Okay. But you understand that if the video is contradicting what you're saying,
You go with the video and said.
exactly. What can we do to resolve this situation?
I'm not trying to go to jail.
Okay, I understand nobody wants to,
I didn't do
but
anything.
people get caught up in all sorts of situations. Things kind of get out of hand. You understand that?
After realizing detectives were ahead of him, he began distancing himself from the crime, offering vague excuses. However, while he tried to shift the blame, the real struggle was unfolding elsewhere. At the hospital, Jamie Weathers remained in critical condition, fighting for his life. His condition changed little over the next few days, and as doctors monitored him closely, detectives tightened their focus, narrowing down suspects and gathering evidence as the pressure to uncover the full truth grew heavier by the hour.
And obviously there was a reason behind why this happened, otherwise it wouldn't have happened, right?
Yeah.
So, and we can't go back in time and undo stuff. All we can do is move forward. You know, sometimes when we make bad decisions, we'll make another bad decision, try and counteract that. The problem is things get worse, and we make another bad decision to counteract those two bad decisions, and it gets worse. And
All I do is hang out with my friends, chill, and relax. That's all I do.
I understand that.
My friends are like family.
I understand that.
I hope you do.
We kind of need to get past this point. We need to start making good decisions.
That's
So
what
we
I've been
can
trying to
move-
do my whole life. Look where I'm at. You guys don't understand it. What it's like living on the streets,
Well, tell me about it.
trying to get through life. It's a struggle. It's hard. People steal your shit every day. I recently got my backpack stolen. There's people down riverfront getting their shit stolen too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard about it. And I'm going to start looking into some stuff. But right now, we need to kind of focus on
I know.
this situation. And we're not saying that you're a bad person, but you made a bad decision.
I didn't make
Okay.
no bad decisions.
This isn't going to go away by saying that you were just inside. You understand that?
Yeah.
It's not going to go away. We've already spoken to most people that were there. That's why we're at this point.
Who?
That'll all be in the report.
I want to know who.
Okay. Well, I'd like to know who you told about the guy at the bus stop.
My brother Q.
Okay.
He went to go deal with it.
You pretty tight with your brother?
Yes. I'm really tight with my brother.
And you let him go out by himself to deal with it?
Not always.
Mm-hmm. How long have you known Q?
for about a year and a half now.
Year and a half?
Ever since I became homeless.
How did that happen?
Biological family over.
Sorry to hear about that.
Moved out here just a little bit then, be over. That's why I'm at.
And now you got a street family. And living on the streets is hard.
It is.
You know, that guy was living on the streets too, right? He was making some bad decisions. Right?
No.
He was. It's not a good decision to do what he was doing. Right?
You just call
Okay.
Molly.
Detectives tried a minimization technique on Justin, reassuring him with lines like, "You're not a bad person," hoping he would finally open up and tell the truth. But the real breakthrough didn't come from him. It came from his so-called brother, Quinton, known as Q. And what Q revealed made everything even worse.
So then what happened after you hit him? You hit him in the head?
In the head. He stumbled and I think he fell. And I just started walking away. And I looked back and somebody else was hitting him. I couldn't tell who it was, but somebody was hitting him. And I told them to stop, and I just kept walking.
How were they hitting him?
They were kicking him.
Kicking him?
Yeah.
Okay. And I sense a little hesitancy about this individual. Because you know who this individual is. Right?
Not really.
We've got it on video.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I hit him one time and he fell. And he had no blood, he had nothing. He just fell and he was getting back up. And I started walking because that's all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to hurt somebody. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I was just trying to get him out of my way and teach him a lesson. Like, I wasn't even trying. It wasn't my responsibility to do that. It wasn't my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I shouldn't have done that. But I look back, it's just stomping on him. And I told him to stop. It wasn't, I didn't tell him to do that. I literally told him to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I started walking, and I don't know if he stopped. I don't know when he stopped. I don't know when he started following me. I just went back to the shelter. Because I wasn't trying to do that. Like, I only wanted to hit him once. I didn't even want to hit him with my board. I was going to hit him with my hands if I didn't even have my board in my hand. It was instinct.
Yet again, detectives weren't satisfied with Quinton's version. According to witness reports, Jamie hadn't done anything to deserve some so-called lesson from kids half his age. In fact, testimony suggested Jamie was already in distress that day, possibly struggling with mental health issues and still shaken from being robbed earlier. With so much information in hand, detectives now needed to understand Justin's role in all of this. And Quinton, his self-proclaimed brother, didn't disappoint. What he revealed next only pushed the case further into the dark.
What part of the board did he get hit with?
And the wheels, because I didn't want to hurt him. I just wanted to, I didn't even know it would knock him down.
Okay, so the wheels
are just rubber.
Don't hurt as much if you get hit with that.
No, I've gotten hit in the face with a board before. And I wasn't trying. I was literally just trying to get him out of that place. I was just trying to go to sleep.
Just trying to go to sleep?
And all this shit was just, everybody was just telling me. And I felt like I was pressured to do something.
Where were you at when they were telling you this?
Coming up to yes, before Jack's, they were telling me, over in Chief Gary Park, because we were just sitting there in our own shop. And I just grabbed the guy. didn't tell me about it. And then
So you were in Sheepberry Park and they told you about it, these two females?
yeah, and Justin. I don't know who else was there, but there's a couple other people that told me about it.
Okay. So did you leave Sheepberry Park and
Yeah, and then
go look for him?
no, I didn't even look for him at all.
Okay.
I just brushed it off. I'm like, well, let's. And I started walking towards the shelter. And on my way to the shelter, I see Justin. He's like, look at this guy. This is the guy who's up. And just started egging it on, I guess. And yeah. And then I stepped up to the guy and I asked him if he was on. And I guess I called him a pedophile. And then he started looking towards my girl, said, mutter something that sounded like I'm. And I hit him with my board. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
I went back to the shelter.
And Justin was stomping on him and you told him to stop?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
I literally told him to stop, and then I just turned around and started walking back towards the shelter. I skated back to the shelter. I didn't know when he stopped. I got back to the shelter, and it was just me and my girl went to sleep.
Okay.
It was now clear who delivered the final blow in this horrific attack, but to make everything precise and leave no room for doubt, detectives laid out their strongest piece of evidence.
Well, you know that there's audio also on the cameras, right? Did you know that, or?
I didn't know that, but
Okay.
let's continue.
Okay. So, a lot of what you're saying totally matches up with the video, and a lot of what you're saying totally matches up with what other people are telling us. But not everything is matching up. Because like I said, there's audio on there as well, right?
Yeah.
What did you say to the guy?
I asked him if he was the one that was the bus stop. I asked him if he was the one who was acting like. And he said, he like nodded and shook his head at first. And I kept asking him, and he just smiled at me and stared at me. And then he looked at my girl, and he muttered something like, I'm gonna stab you, and started moving towards my girl, and I just hit him, and I didn't mean to.
Okay. Did he have anything in his hands?
No. I mean, he looked like he was reaching towards, I didn't know. I've literally just been attacked on the street. Me and my female have been attacked on the street before by a brand.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't look like he had anything in his hands. He looked like he was going to reach for something.
He looked like he was going to reach for something?
He was reaching towards his pants. And he was just walking towards her like he was going to do something.
Do you think the video shows that?
It should show that.
But do you think it does?
Yeah.
You think it does?
I think it shows him looking towards my girl and then
looking towards your girl?
Turning towards her and then starting to move towards her, and then I hit him before.
Where was she at the time?
Next to me.
Next to you?
And I told her to start walking.
On the audio, you can hear you calling him. Is that what you were calling him?
Yeah.
Okay. Why were you calling him?
Because he had been. I didn't know how old the girls were. I seen a younger one, I seen an older one. I know the older one was definitely over 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how old the other one was.
And they both of these girls stay at the shelter there that you stay at?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the requirements to get into that shelter? Do you have to be a certain age?
Yeah, you can't be older than 24.
Can't be older than 24?
Yeah.
Can you be younger than 18 to go in there? Do they allow juveniles in there with adults?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Did you see police cars and firefighters and paramedics show up afterwards?
No.
Oh, a lot of people saw the lights. I'm just asking.
Well, how bad was it? How did he get
I don't know.
hurt?
I haven't seen him.
What?
I haven't seen him.
Why was there an ambulance for him? Literally. What? I didn't know. Paramedics even showed up. I just thought he literally got up and walked away.
Did you see him get up and walk away?
No, Justin was there when I left. Justin was still there, and I just left.
Anybody else say anything after that?
No, nobody really said anything. Nobody talked about it. Nobody even told me that there was paramedics.
Surveillance footage confirmed that Jamie never approached Quinton's girlfriend. Instead, it was Quinton and Justin who initiated the confrontation. With these facts in hand, detectives shifted their focus to the one person who held the truth that could shatter every lie in the room.
Good. So we're going to need to get past this point, though. You understand? And keep making bad decisions doesn't help the situation at all. You understand that?
Number 2's in custody.
Okay.
Here or jail?
Here.
Gardner.
The person I was walking with, is that number 2?
I'm sorry, what?
The person I was walking with, are you talking about her?
Walking with today?
Yes.
No. What do you think it's going to look like if this goes in front of a judge or a jury and they get to review all the statements, all the witness statements, the physical evidence, the video, and you're saying
Those cameras catch audio, right?
some of them do?
Do you guys get the audio of it?
Mm-hmm. Some cameras have audio on them, yeah.
Okay, what if her cue yell?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens on the streets.
Because you guys are
Okay.
freaking good.
How did you know he yelled?
I can hear it from the outside.
From a block away, inside of a building?
Not when I'm outside smoking or vaping.
Okay. What do you think the jury's going to say when they see all the evidence? They see the video, all the witnesses come in.
I'm
Do you
innocent.
think they're going to have any sympathy?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Well, what would
This
you
will be
think?
my first time going up in front of an actual fucking court. How would I know?
Like you've seen on TV. What would you think if you?
Like I would watch TV.
What would you think if you were in the jury and saw the video, saw you on the video, heard all the statements, and then hear your statement of, I was inside the whole time, or I was maybe, now I'm outside part of the time.
I could be smoking and vaping outside too, because I just came in with a vape in my pocket.
Mhm.
I've had that for about a week.
Yeah.
And there's people there who also vape and smoke.
And I'm not debating whether you vape or not. That's not the issue. You understand?
Mhm.
Okay.
By now, detectives had backed him into a corner. They had the footage, the witness statements, and even Quinton had already cleared up this part. All that was left was the motive behind the attack, and he had nowhere left to run. But instead of finally telling the truth, he did what he always did best. He started blaming everyone else.
Everything that's going on here. Why do you think everybody's pointing fingers at you?
Because they're trying to throw me under the bus.
Why?
I don't know. Try to save them. My brothers used to
Say
do
they're what?
I don't know. My brothers used to do this to me too. Like, I grew up with 4 older brothers. They always threw the younger person underneath the bus. Just get away.
You think everybody's out to get you?
Maybe. I don't know. You know, I think they are.
You're not here just because of a hunch. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
We just want to get to the bottom of this and find out why everything happened. Why are you so upset about somebody who's in the bus stop?
Out close where kids are, where adults are, where in-laws are, you think that's going to be able to slide by? I wouldn't even do that if I was out on the street.
Why are you so upset about it?
Because the family saw it. I don't like that.
Okay. Who's your family that saw it?
Devin saw it, and Q.
Devin and Q are your family?
Yes, I have family. My friends come with family when I get to know them long enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
So what we're going to tell a judge or a jury is that everybody's out to get you. Even your own family's throwing you under the bus. And you weren't there, even though you're on video. How do you explain all that?
I'm on video when I was at Dad's. That's my question.
You can't be in 2 places at the same time, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you can't. Can't be at 2 places at the same time.
Unless you make clones.
What's that?
Unless if you make clones of yourself. It's possible.
It's possible? Okay. Do you have a clone of yourself?
No.
Okay. So then that's out the window. How else do we explain it?
I don't know. I just don't want to go to jail.
No matter how hard he tries, now he sensed that he had to face those consequences. Meanwhile, detectives began to see a pattern in where Justin's rage came from. According to him, his childhood was filled with fear and humiliation, often bullied by boys bigger and stronger than he was. So when he finally found someone weaker than himself, he lashed out, mocking and beating the victim as if it gave him some twisted sense of satisfaction, and things had already gone far beyond normal aggression. Even while the two were in custody, the situation nearly took a horrific turn. But before getting to that, what Justin revealed next exposes just how little empathy these two held in their hearts.
I wasn't even the one that did them forced blows.
Okay, well, tell me about that.
I can't.
Why is that?
I don't snitch on family.
Okay. What were the worst blows?
Getting trucked by a board.
What's that?
Getting trucked.
Truck?
It's when you hit a person upside the head with trucks.
And are trucks the
Part
the axle of the... Okay. That would hurt.
It does.
Okay. And you didn't do the worst part. You didn't do the truck. Okay. So what part did you do?
Can't say.
Why not?
Because you guys already have it on video.
Okay. So if we have it on video, why are you denying it?
Because I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm too young to go to jail. I don't want to be their hand.
Okay. Well, explain it to me then, how we got to this point.
my sister Devin came up to me and was like, "Hey, there's this guy at the bus stop. We were going to Jackson something to eat."
Mm-hmm.
Then another guy came up and was like, "Hey, this guy at the bus stop was walking me off." That's two people telling us. And my brother saw it too. We went up to go see what it was.
Your brother Q?
Yes.
He saw it? Okay.
And we went up after that. Me, him, and my family went to go see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't there. So
Who wasn't there?
the guy.
Oh, okay.
So we left it alone. We went back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went on a walk to go out and smoke again.
Okay.
And he was out there. It just happened from there.
Okay. How do you know that was the same person?
Because Devin saw his face.
And so Devin told you that was the person?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened?
It happened.
What does that mean to you? You don't tell me names.
Bloody mess.
Bloody mess? Okay.
I wasn't even trying to harm anybody.
Okay. Things got out of control? Okay.
My anger came out too much. I have anger issues.
Okay. Well, maybe that's something that we can get some help with. Okay? So what happened?
I'm listening.
Okay. How can we help you with your anger issues?
Get me counseling.
Okay.
Some therapy. I'll go to that every day.
Do you know that is a possibility?
I know I have state insurance. I don't have ID. I don't have birth certificate. I don't even have social.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing.
But there's lots of resources out there.
I've been trying to get those resources ever since I've been here.
Well, maybe this will prompt the courts to start taking action. Does that make sense? Justin?
I guess.
Okay.
I just don't want to go to jail.
Okay.
I can't.
So you didn't do the truck. Okay. But somebody else did? Okay. What did you do? Are we talking just something minor? Like what?
I kind of stepped on his head. I wasn't doing it hard. I was doing it like...
You stepped on his head lightly? Okay.
No matter how desperately Justin tried to hide behind the excuse of anger issues, the truth cut straight through the lie. The surveillance footage didn't just expose him, it condemned him. It showed Justin throwing the first punch, dropping the victim to the ground without warning. And then came the real brutality. Quinton stepping in and swinging that skateboard again and again, each blow more vicious than the last. The damage they inflicted wasn't just violent, it was fatal. 8 days later, on August 15, 2023, the man they ambushed died from catastrophic head injuries. And with that, whatever room there was for doubt or sympathy vanished. The mask was off. The cruelty was undeniable. Without wasting another second, both suspects were marched into the cold machinery of courtroom proceedings. Nearly 2 years later, in July 2025, the courtroom finally heard the truth laid out under oath. Quinton P. Tyndall, whose skateboard became the fatal weapon, chose to plead guilty. Judge Rochelle Anderson of Spokane County Superior Court handed down a sentence of 123 months, just over 10 years, followed by 3 years of community custody. Tyndall had no prior felonies, but the brutality of this attack left no room for leniency. Meanwhile, the story was far from over for the second attacker. Justin D. Haylett, the one who threw the first punch, still stood accused of second-degree murder. As of February 2025, Quinton P. Tyndall was sentenced to 123 months, 10 years and 3 months, after pleading guilty to second-degree murder. Justin Haylett was charged with second-degree murder. His trial was scheduled for May 2025, following the sentence of Quinton P. Tyndall. As of the last publicly available records, no verdict or sentencing for Haylett has been reported in credible media or court summaries after May 2025.